You do not have a business if you are not reaching out to sellers. You are going to have extremely unpredictable profit. That is one thing that can be locked in. Tell me your thoughts, like in the top 5.
You're not going to do well in this business if you're attacking and your sales abilities aren't good. You will fail. That is the most common person to fail in this business, is the person who won't improve their sales ability, and they're scared to call back and they're not calling back.
For me, I think we can cross off improvements. Yeah, subdividing.
You want to cut off subdividing? Think of our mindset if we couldn't subdivide. That would change everything in my head. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's topic, we're talking about the top 5 things you need to be doing to be a successful land investor. I'm your host, Ron Apke. I'm joined with Ron Apke today. We're in the brand new studio. Excited to be here. I'm home for the summer, getting a lot of new in-person podcasts recorded. But welcome back, Ron.
Love it, Dan. I'm looking forward to all the content in this studio. It took a lot of work and effort from our team, from us. But yeah, pumped to be here, guys. Pumped to bring you I'm really excited about this topic, Dan, because we don't have anything written down as far as like what these top 5 things, and it can be broad. It can be mindset based. It can be sales based. There's so many different things, but we're going to come up with you guys, for you guys, those top 5 things you need to be doing to be successful in this business.
Organically. Yeah.
Organically. We're coming up live on person. We have nothing written up. But where does your mind first go, Dan, when we talk about this topic? Like, and we're not going to say number 1. Like, let's just start getting some ideas.
Yeah, let's get some ideas down on paper, and then we'll rank them later on. So similar to how we guys did, if you guys watched our top 10 states, worst 10 states, it was all organic, and we kind of ranked them as we went along, right? And we've done that with the niches as well, like top niches. So let's do that. So let's just start listing very important things we think in this business. Number 1 is, what do you think? Or I guess idea number 1.
The thing that came to my mind first was double closing, like pitching double closing, having like multiple ways of disposition in your tool belt, essentially.
Okay. And double closing is just instead of buying the property outright and reselling it and buying it yourself, you're actually selling it and buying it at the same time.
I think multiple ways to sell properties.
Multiple ways to sell properties.
Yeah, I think we're talking about multiple ways to sell properties. So sometimes you buy and flip. Sometimes you might double close. Sometimes maybe you assign it, like
seller financing.
Yeah, so many different ways. Multiple ways to sell properties. What this does, and we're not saying this is on the list, this is just our first idea. What this does, though, Dan, is just gives you more ways to make money. It gives you more options with sellers, essentially. So if you have multiple ways to sell properties, you have multiple ways to buy properties almost at the same time.
Okay. All right. I'm going to throw another one out there and saying similar to what you just said on the double closing, but funding. Multiple ways to fund a deal.
That's really important.
Cheaper funding.
Yep.
Hard loans, principal-based interest loans, right? Not just loans where you're giving 50% of profit or 40%. Multiple ways to get funding. We'll go into the specifics, I think. Do you want to talk about that now or go into
definitely. We have such a good funding program as far as the Land Investing Online certified funders. But what I see a lot of people, it's not the people your first, second, third deal use that for sure. But it is the people that are 100% reliant on that when they're doing their 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th deal. And they're not looking for other ways, because that is getting creative with how you buy properties, essentially, obviously. So those are really what those first 2, being creative with how you sell properties, being creative with how you buy properties.
Yeah, I think those are both big ones. We'll rank them later. Let's add another one to the list on acquisitions, marketing side.
Multiple forms of marketing.
Multiple forms and testing more marketing. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it should definitely be a conversation. I don't know if that's going to end up in the top 5 for me personally, because there are some people that are just really, really good at one thing, to be honest with you, Dan, and they're just do their own thing really well. But that being said, it's definitely
that could be its own thing too.
Yeah.
Like precision on one marketing channel, like not precision necessarily that you need to only do one, but being an expert at one.
Yeah.
Like just mastering one channel.
Some people hop around too much.
So exactly. And that's the point. Like mastering, there is an art to just mastering one thing, whether it's texting or cold
So we're going to have
calling.
that 2 separate things, multiple marketing channels and mastering one marketing channel. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So you got a multifaceted approach, or you're just mastering one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can
put it on there. I'm not even saying mastering one. Like you could still master one and then add a new one, but like getting very good at that one before moving on to the other.
Yep. I like that. Write that down.
Is that clear?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I'll put mastering a channel, a marketing channel.
Next thing I think, and we're going all over the place, guys. Hopefully you guys like this. Let us know in the comments if there's anything we miss. I'm sure we're going to miss things, but we're going to try to come up with the top 5 things. Stay along with this episode for sure. I think you guys will see by the end, like, okay, these are top 5 things, and you need to be doing these things. Like, again, we don't know exactly what's going to come out of this list. We've seen so many people be successful with this. We've done so many land deals ourselves. The next thing I was thinking about, Dan, is improving land, the ability to improve land. And that kind of that's different than the selling things differently. And when I say improve land, it's maybe clearing a spot, maybe.
What about subdivision?
Subdividing. I know I have that on there. Or do you want that separate?
It is an improvement, but I think we keep it separate.
Okay, improving land and then separate.
Improving land physically.
Okay, I like that.
Like
so clearing
roads,
land,
clearing driveways, septic, well, that type of stuff.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Okay, so I'll put physically improving. And then subdivisions, I'll put separately as an improvement. All right, so far, just to go over it, and we're going to keep adding. We got double closing and multiple ways to sell properties. I want to focus on double closing. I don't want it to get too
okay. We can double closing as one.
Double closing, because that's the main kind of thing we're seeing. Deal funding, multiple ways to get deal funding, some interest-based loans, friends and family loans, not just the traditional way. We got multiple forms of marketing, so texting, cold calling, ringless voicemail, all that different stuff. And then we got mastering a marketing channel. So like getting really good at one. You might do 2 or 3, but you got to get really, really, really good at one. And then ability to improve land physically, adding roads, driveways, that type of stuff, Ron. And then subdivisions. That's what we got so far. What else we
How many is that? Is that 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. I'm thinking about people, Dan, who like first come in. Like who do we see be successful? Like if it's a mindset thing, if it is I feel like there's some mindset stuff that can be within here. Maybe it's constantly learning. Maybe it's a growth mindset.
Like a marketing, what do we call that? Calendar? Like getting your marketing, getting ahead of your marketing.
That's a good thing. That's a very...
Because these are top 5 things you need to be doing to be successful in land. So we can get broad. It's not just going to be specifics like we've gone. Like getting your marketing scheduled in terms of just planning done. So
organizing a marketing calendar.
Yeah, organizing, whether it's a calendar or you have your own system, whatever it is, like something to say, this is the county you're doing, this is the market you're doing, zip code, all that stuff. When it's going out, how much quantity is, you stick to that quantity adds up to the monthly quantity that you want, something to keep you on track and get you ahead.
Yeah.
Because that is very important, because when you don't have that and you're just winging it and you get busy and calls come in, you're not going to stick to that calendar. We've built out marketing calendars. You can build out your own. It's simple to do, but you need something that tells you when and where, how much is going out, and to stay accountable.
Yeah, I kind of disagree on that one, because I think it kind of just goes down to like, what do you get out of a marketing calendar? You get consistent marketing. I think it's more so like, I think in my opinion, if like we were going to put something on the list,
marketing,
it's more so consistent marketing.
That is it. That's the root cause.
However you get there. Yeah. However you get there, I don't think it really matters, because some people are different. Some people, like, it might make sense for them to do county selection every Monday morning or something like that and send out mail every Tuesday. However you want to do it.
Yeah, I agree. So as long as you're getting that volume of your goal, like, because if you stop your consistent marketing and you have pauses, you're going to have pauses in your income. And it's just like a Google ads or Facebook ads where you put an ad up and you get impressions and clicks back. To get those impressions in land and how we're doing it, you have to send out those texts and you get your leads back. You have to send, those are your impressions going out, whatever you're sending, your mail, your text, your cold calls, all of that, you got to get them out, or else the lead flow just stops coming in. It is very important, and I think that's going to go in the top.
And we have we have a lot of new people watching, so if you guys have been watching us for years, whatever,
thanks for being
here. Thanks for being here, and apologies for clarifying this. For marketing guys, we're talking about sending out text, sending out mail, like Dan said. We're trying to reach out to sellers, essentially, doing that consistently. For me, Dan, and I want to get to lock something in on this list. For me, that is one thing that can be locked in. Tell me your thoughts, like in the top 5. I think consistent marketing, you do not have a business if you are not reaching out to sellers consistently. You are going to have extremely unpredictable profit months, or they're going to be very, very...
Yeah, because a lot goes into that. So if you have consistent marketing, you can't really have analysis paralysis.
True.
Because like removing that's where I see really people fail. Is
You're
like,
reaching out the leads every single
you're
day,
reaching
every
out the
single
leads
week,
every
whatever it
day,
is.
every week, every month. Where people fail is where they can't make decisions on sending it out. I'm stuck on my county. I'm doing this, and it's too long, and you don't get anything done, and then
Boom. First one locked in.
Yeah.
First one locked in. So we are.
I don't know where it's going on the 5, but let's lock it in.
Yeah, even if we're not like, these are just top 5 things. I don't think we have to have 1 through 5 like that.
We'll see.
I don't think we did that with the states, but we could
No, we
always.
did. Or maybe
No,
we
we
did.
said it's not in any
you're right,
particular
you're right.
order.
All right, let's keep moving.
But consistent marketing locked in. Is there anything on the list, Dan, that we have thus far that's like sticking out? Like we need this on here.
Well, to lock it in,
Yeah,
I think double closing.
double closing.
There's
I agree.
just too much opportunity, and it is so easy. I love double closing. I think we lock that in.
Double closing.
And the reason is, guys, is because you're sending out all this marketing. You're consistently marketing, like we said. If you're doing that, you're going to consistently be getting leads, and that means you're going to consistently be getting leads that want to sell, and then ones that are in the middle, and ones you can negotiate with. And that's who it's for. It's like double closing is such a good opportunity for those people who need more money. The land's a little risky. It's all wet in the front. You need to build a bridge. Like just all these, anytime risk goes up, double closing opportunity goes up, and you're consistently sending marketing based on our plan here, you're going to consistently be getting risky leads.
Let's say you're sending 5,000 mailers per month, Dan, and you're doing, let's just say 1 deal per month. You're doing 1 buy for 50%, sell for 100% per month, 5,000 a month, 60,000 a year. Like what increase is this going to be?
1-to-1.
You think it's going to be, you'll think you'll do 2 deals per month
Yeah,
if you have double closing as an option?
I know so, or more.
I was thinking closer to 1.5x. So like every 2 months you would get 1 extra deal. But you think it's that severe?
I think you're doing something wrong if it's not 50%. Unless you're just
You
going
think it's 1-to-1?
Yeah, I think it's 1-to-1 with traditional funding. If you have, there's people like Dylan and Landon that are tackling $300,000 deals to sell for $420.
Yeah.
That's different.
Targeting double closing.
No.
They
Their
have
funding.
Financing, yeah.
Because they have such good, 12% financing, whatever they get, 15%. I'm talking about just the traditional way you do it. So that would be a double close in my mind for most people. Like buy for 300, sell for 420. Like you're not going to be able to get funding with it traditionally with profit splits and all that stuff, right? It's a little tight. So I think that's where but I think 1-to-1, if you're looking for opportunities.
You'll double your deal volume.
I think so.
Wow. Yeah, I mean.
If you're doing it right and being aggressive, it's got to be on the tip of your mind. Like you don't want to cut to those opportunities fast. You want to negotiate and try to tackle them and get the funding and everything and negotiate down. But risk, guys, there's no risk.
I was talking to Andrew Short on one of our deal Friday Q&As, and he was saying like he hasn't really done double closing or hasn't really had it as an option. He's sending 100,000, I don't know how much it is, a 6-figure text per month, I believe. And he was saying like he doesn't, and he was asking me about it, and I just said like, dude, it's gonna be crazy. Like he was talking about all the leads he gets. He gets 30, 50 leads per week, solid leads, buy and flip, and double closing has never really been an option. And I told him, and he's like worried about the operations behind 100%.
It is.
But I'm like, dude, you can pay for an employee full time to just work on selling your double closes. Like all their job has to be is selling your double close. You can easily pay for a full-time employee.
And he has acquisition managers, or
he has people for acquisitions, yeah. And then he was
train them.
worried about the selling side for listing and all this stuff. I'm like, just hire a full-time employee for it.
Yeah, that's where it does get a little bit tricky. But
with his volume, it might be 20 extra deals a month.
I don't think you need a whole nother employee for that.
If they're listing 20 deals,
maybe
you might have 60 double closes listed at once.
Why wouldn't the TC?
I'm just saying. I wasn't even saying that he has to do that. I'm just saying from a money perspective, you definitely could do that.
Yeah. No.
For how much money it's going to bring.
Well, first, just train your acquisitions manager. I'd get ahead of it and get those deals and then kind of figure the rest out on the back end. You know what I mean? The money's going to be there.
Yeah.
A lot more deals. Ever wondered how land investing can be the fastest path to financial freedom? I break it all down in my new book, One Lot at a Time. I'll show you exactly how to find, buy, and flip land for huge profits without dealing with houses, tenants, or any crazy renovations. It's simple. This is the book that I wish I had when I first started. If you're ready to take control of your financial future, grab a copy now. One Lot at a Time by Daniel Apke. Find it at your local bookstore or on Amazon.com.
All right, so we got consistent marketing. We have double closing locked in, guys. We still need 3 more. Anything else on that list, Dan? We have improvements. We have subdividing. What else do we have on that list?
Deal funding, multiple forms of marketing, mastering a marketing channel, ability to improve land physically, and subdivisions.
For me, I think we can cross off improvements,
Yes.
subdividing, multiple forms of marketing.
You want to cut off subdividing?
Let's do improvements.
Could you imagine our business?
So we're saying, when we say improvements, we're saying clearing land.
Physically.
Physical improvements, clearing land, adding a road, adding a driveway. You're right. Let's keep subdividing in there. For me, the marketing stuff.
Just think of our mindset real quick. Think of our mindset if we couldn't subdivide. That would change everything in my head.
I'm not saying to lock that in, though.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think we can cross out everything except deal funding and subdividing on there, in my opinion. I don't think, because we talked about consistent marketing. If you're getting consistent marketing out, I don't care what you're doing. Like, I really do not care. But what comes in next in my thoughts, Dan? Okay, you're doing consistent marketing. What are we doing on sales? How are we talking to these people?
Yeah, good call. I didn't even, my mind didn't.
Oh, really? Not at all?
It needs to.
Yeah.
That's big. Yeah. All right. So what do you want to call
And when
that?
we talk about sales, guys, we're talking about talking to sellers. So you're doing your marketing consistently. You're reaching out to X people per week, whatever it is. Like, how are you talking to these people? How consistent are you with replying to leads? These are your leads. This is your lifeblood. Like, this is how you keep your business going. I don't know what we want to call this, though, Dan. It's like a mindset, honestly, like having a sales-focused mindset when it comes to acquisitions.
I don't think mindset, because it's not a mindset.
I'm not saying mindset.
It's their skills.
It's focus. It's a focus, though.
Yeah. But I think if you just say your like sales funnel, everything.
Yep.
Like the whole funnel. The people, you.
There's a lot that
the
goes
steps.
into this.
I know. That's what I mean. It's like you got to call the person back. I think the whole funnel. So by the funnel, it's everything that happens once you get a lead.
You do consistent marketing, you get X leads.
You get leads,
what
right?
Do we
so
do with
you
them?
So you get a phone call. What are your processes after that? So someone calls, you answer. How long does it take to call back? What's the process look to close them? How good is your sales skills? It's that whole section of the business.
I still think I want to put it under something more defined. Like, it's like attacking every lead or something like that, in my opinion. Like, that's what I see the most. Not just the most successful people who are like building up their business. Like, they don't take leads for granted. I think I want to get it a little more defined. Yeah, it can be the whole funnel under there. But like, if you're not taking leads for granted, you're calling them back that same day. You're following up with them. You're letting them know the offer.
I want to just call it nurturing leads. I guess it's not necessarily nurture.
If it was me,
lead funnel.
That's fine.
That's really everything, though.
Yeah, but lead funnel isn't saying you're doing something. That's just a funnel. You know what I mean? What
do you mean? Funnel is steps.
But is lead funnel saying you're calling them right away?
Yeah, that's part of the funnel.
Okay.
Yeah, the funnel says you call them back within X hours.
But I'm not going to say mindset. I keep saying mindset. For me, if I was to put something on that list, it would be attacking every lead. Like, I don't care how you do it. Like, I really don't. Just like trying to make a deal out of every lead, in my opinion.
So would under that like be calling back quick and things like that?
Yeah, attacking every lead, not taking a lead for like under me. Like, what do you need to be doing? Like, if you ask me that, like, if a student comes to me and like, what do you need to be doing? Everything, I'm gonna look at their sales system. I'm gonna look how they're calling people back. I'm like, dude, you're not attacking your leads. Like, you're taking your leads for granted. Like, you're expecting them to answer the call 7 days later.
Okay, I'll put attacking.
And for me, something like that, whatever we want to call that, Dan, that can be locked in.
Your leads, yeah. Attacking your leads. Yeah, okay.
Not taking leads for granted, guys. That's what I'm saying.
But I see it as like the people, I agree with that mindset, but you're not going to do well in this business if you're attacking and your sales abilities aren't good. That's my thing. Like, you're just not. You will fail. That is the most common person to fail in this business, is the person who won't improve their sales ability. And they're scared to call back and they're not calling back. Or they're just not doing good on the phone and not improving on the phone, and they don't know how to negotiate. It's like negotiation for me. The people who can come up with solutions and negotiate and understand.
So what if it's just like a sales-focused business or like something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's more like you're like implementing great sales processes and improving your sales processes.
It's a lot, though.
I know. It's a lot that goes under there. But it's being a sales organization, and that's maybe what we call it.
Yeah.
It's like sales-focused organization.
Okay. Sales focused.
Let's do that.
And when we say sales focused, guys, it's systems. It is attacking leads, being under there. It's not taking leads for granted. It's understanding when you need to call people back. Like, there has to be systems and processes.
It's not overlooking your sales.
And like Dan's talking about, yeah, it is also improving your sales skills, hiring if you need to. I think people hire salespeople too much.
Hiring.
But
don't, like you. Let's talk about this.
What'd you say?
Let's not talk about hiring.
Yeah, I agree. Improving your sales skills, whatever you need to do to to get more out of your leads. Essentially, for every 5,000 pieces of mail, you get a certain amount of leads.
Yeah.
Like, how do you work those leads? What are the processes? How do you get more leads out, or how do you get more deals out of 5,000 mailers? Like, you got to improve things.
It's the most common, like I said, it's the most common thing I see in failed versus very successful businesses.
This whole thing's kind of funneling. If you look at it, like when we're trying to get these 5 things, we have 3 locked in now, Dan. We have double closing, we have consistent marketing, and we now have sales. They're kind of like very integrated, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. Where else? We got deal funding still not crossed off and subdivision still not crossed off. Let's put some other ideas on there. So I'm just going to put disposition process on there, even though I'm going to probably cross it off. But like disposition process, you
selling land.
Yeah, selling land, putting on the market, your system, kind of like how we had sales focused in terms of your acquisitions and getting deals. Dispositions, disposing of them, and how you get rid of them. And I'm going to put that on here because it is a big part of the business.
Let's cross it off now.
But we're going to cross it off right away. Not because it's not important, but because it's so easy to do the right things. Like sales will drive your business. You're going to sell a property pretty much no matter what. Like as long as you do the basics. That's why I'm not going to say, like, I don't think it makes
you're not
going to
get to that point, to that disposition point, if you're not doing everything else. Like, and if you got to the disposition point, selling's easy.
It's so easy to adjust to. Yeah. Okay. So disposition and selling a property, I'm going to cross that off. All right. What else, Ron? Let's think of there's due diligence. We'll put that on there and cross it off. I'm just going through the pipeline here.
I remember talking to someone, it was probably 2 years ago, and he was talking about all the deals he was doing. I was like asking him about his due diligence process. He's like, yeah, we just kind of buy the properties. Like, it was like, look at the value and then buy. And like, you'll get burned for sure. And I don't suggest doing that. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. But you also make a lot of money probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was who we bought the Kentucky land from.
Yeah.
And it was just, I was talking to him and he was sending a ton of marketing. He was just
I remember that.
Yeah, he just told us like, yeah, just kind of buy the properties. I'm like, who's doing due diligence? He's like, yeah.
I remember that.
He's like, no, we just kind of send it to title and go through with it. But again, not something I say, but it's something that he was successful in this business.
I remember that.
And
that's funny. All right. The one I think that we haven't locked in.
I'm going to add something to the list, Dan. I don't want you to cross this out yet.
Okay.
Networking with people. I think it's outside the business, but I think you see the people like networking with the land investors, learning from land investors, whatever it is. Why are you looking at me like that? But it also can help find like deal funders and stuff like that. Like these people are in communities, whether it's our community and they're really talking.
Yeah, but it's my pet peeve when people network and don't do anything.
That's fair. There are people who don't network and do
that's
really well.
A lot of networkers. They don't. Like, think of some of the killers that we know.
Mm-hmm.
Are they out there like just networking all the time? Not always. Not a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's cross it off.
They're kind of doing their own. I think it's, well, if you put education in there, but then you get to a certain point, you're just learning as you're taking action.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I like that one, but I don't think it's a top 5.
That's fair.
I think we have 5 on here that's really, really important. And
so you're saying I think deal funding is extreme.
But it's for who, though? At first, it's not that important for the average person, Ron, because you just got to get deals, right? For the new people. Just get deals. Don't worry about deal funding. That's why I don't like it. Funding. You'll find it. But all of a sudden, you're doing $1, $2, $3, $4 million a year. Like, you're talking about saving good 6 figures of profit into your pockets because of this.
And also the type of deals you can go after.
And you can go after tighter deals. It opens your whole business. So I will say I'll lock it in for experienced people because there's not enough people out there searching for good deal funding.
It doesn't take long to become that person, though. Like, you're 3-5 months in and you've done 2-3 deals. Like, you need to start thinking about deal funding differently. I've had people on the podcast so many times that have done 6 deals. Then I ask them about their deal funding. I'm like, dude, you're losing a lot of money. Like, look how much money you're sending these people. You're selling land in 60 days and you're giving them 50% of profit. They're making 25 grand. You're making 25 grand. Like, that doesn't work. It's not scalable. You can get such cheaper deal funding.
I think it's scalable, but it's not. I think it's also sustainable, but I think you can just make a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. Deal funding should be on there.
Okay.
You can say for experienced persons, people, it's not something you want to figure out before you start getting deals.
Yeah, don't look at this, guys. Please, 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 if you're new and you haven't done over 5 deals, just don't even think about this.
Yeah.
This is for people doing 20-plus deals a year consistently, I think. A deal a month.
There's so many different ways to get creative with deal funding too. You can get hard money, you can get bank loans, you can use your personal stuff, pull stuff out of your house.
Interest-based loans.
Yeah.
You can take out credit card loans like a lot of our people did to start.
Just negotiating with your deal funders too. It's like if you've done 5 deals with a deal funder, like you look at it like, okay, I've made you a lot of money. We got to adjust these rates a little bit.
Yeah. Deal funders are going to love you hearing you say that.
No, that's fine.
No, we're trying to make this like at the end of the day, guys. I've been rallying for better deal funding in this business for years, even though it was one of our main businesses was deal funding, and that we do a lot of it. But I've been really, really, really pushing people to go out and get a 15% annualized loan. Like give them a percent up front, 15 to 20% annualized. Do the math on $100,000 profit property. So let's say you have a property for $100,000 and you're going to sell it for $200,000. Is that realistic, or should I do 175 or just make it tighter?
It's fine.
All right, let's just double it for this.
Buy 100, sell 200.
Buy 100, sell 200. Traditional profit split 50-50, right? Let's say 50,000 for the funder, 50,000 for the investor, whoever got the deal. All right, now let's say manager. Yeah, we'll call it the manager. 50K for investor, 50K manager. All right, let me write that down. And then we go and let's do a 25-75 split. Say you sell it in a month and they're giving you really good terms. Now,
you make 75, they make 25.
Yeah, investor 25K, manager 75K. Okay. And now let's do
Dan Apke math class here.
What do we want to do now? 15% annualized?
Sure.
How do you want to split it
Just
up?
say 15% for the deal.
All right, just 15% deal. So how this would work, guys?
Hard money though now.
Yeah, kind of. It's not hard money through a bank. It's like more like just an interest-based loan.
Yeah.
Let's call it an interest-based. So let's say, guys, you have this $100,000. Usually how this would work, it wouldn't just be 15% whenever. It will be tiered somehow. It can be throughout the year, every month, it incurs more interest. So it starts at maybe it starts at a minimum of 3 or 5%. So if you sell it in a month, and then it trickles after 3 months, or it's just month to month and it occurs over time. But what we want to do here, just 15% total, right?
Yep.
So you'd essentially, even at 25%, guys, you're only going to give away 50. So you make 15,000 now, or the investor makes 15,000 and the manager 85,000. So just off that, and that's worst case scenario for a deal, like going a whole year, right?
Yep.
It's 15. So you save $10,000 off your best case deal funding scenario and worst case investor scenario in that, right? Mm-hmm. But typically you're going to save a lot more than that.
Yep.
Anything to add?
No, I mean, it needs to be a focus once you've done 5 deals. It can just make you so much more money. You can keep doing this business, and that's a hard thing with something like this being in the list. Is we're saying needs to be it should be a focus, guys. It can make you so much more money as you do this. And like Dan said earlier, we could make a lot more money by not talking about this stuff in terms of us funding people's deals. But at the end of the day, we're trying to help people the most, and they're losing a lot of money out of their pockets by once they do deals 6 through 10 by paying investors too much. Funders.
And I was on a podcast, Brandon Parker's, and he asked me, I think it was Brandon's, and he asked me what I think is going to change the most in the next 12 months. And I said, I don't know if this is the case, but I hope funding in this business needs to get broader. We got to look at it like his houses. As the competition comes in and more people are looking for deals, we got to get out of this ancient era of deal funding. There has to be better, whether you're willing to put up your credit to get better or put a mortgage on the property. And that's what I do with these interest-based. I put mortgages on the property to protect the investor. Then I give them 15%. Mm-hmm. You can get very creative with this. But I know people are already thinking, Ron, where do I get this money? It's hard. It's like any other part of this business. It's not easy.
It's easy to get expensive money.
It's easy to get expensive money. It's hard. Yeah, the better money you want, the harder it's going to be. You just got to find the right people, though. It wasn't that hard for us. We focused on it for probably 6 months. Mm-hmm. And then you give them one deal, and then you get their money back fast. And they're like, I want another one. I just made $15,000 off that deal. Then they want another one and another one. And then all of a sudden they're building their money and they just are ready for you. That's how it works.
It just takes a little bit of effort, guys. So we got 4 locked in, Dan. We have consistent marketing. We have double closing. We have sales focus. And now we have deal funding. We need to add a 5th. I know you have subdividing on there. I believe you like subdividing to be on there.
I can't think of anything else driving. What else, Ron? You could say operations, cross it off.
Why do you cross that off so
systems
fast?
And operations. Well, for experienced people, maybe. I just don't think it's going to help make.
Seen a lot of CRMs that like we met with, or we had Stride, the CRM, on our YouTube live one week, and like you see these operations that are like, wow, that's crazy. I'm not saying you need that though, and it's hard to put that on the list because you don't need it. But I'm still kind of, you don't need to be subdividing. If you have all these other 4 things, like maybe it is just 4 things, to be honest with you. If you have good deal funding relationships, you have, you're trying to double close, you like all these other things.
Yeah, but think of when those opportunities do come, they are going to, if you're doing these things. If you just don't see them and you're not splitting that up into 5 simple lots to make an extra 240 grand, you know, like when they come up,
it's easy. You don't need to focus on it. I think just having that, kind of like the double closing, like having that as an option.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. I think subdividing.
You just have to be ready when they're there. You don't need to force it. You don't need to start a whole niche for it. You're going to get leads back. They're going to have crazy road frontage. They're going to be a great price. You can split it into 5 and you'll make an extra. It's insane.
I agree. Let's add it.
And even if you only do a couple, like say you're doing 12 deals a year, a deal a month, even if 1 or 2 of them are subdivides, it's going to affect your income statement at the end of the year when you're doing taxes.
Oh, for sure.
Your books, it's going to affect them like crazy. Just 1.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, let's
do that. I know a lot of people, Dan, and we have 5 locked in now. We have double closing, we have consistent marketing, we have sales focus, we have deal funding, and now we have subdividing. So those are our 5, guys. Those are locked in. We believe in them. What are people going to be like, you guys are wrong? What I wanted to ask you this before.
Like you said, CRM systems and processes.
Website.
I've been in a lot of different businesses, and I just don't believe that a CRM is going to make or break you. I know once you get to that level of 10 mil, 5 mil, but I can run a $4 million company off of Google pretty efficiently, I bet.
Everything on here, guys, and if I'm thinking correctly, everything on here other than deal funding is going to directly like make you more money. It's getting you more deals. Deal funding is costing you less money, essentially.
Yes.
Everything on here is direct. Like there's not like, okay, if you are more sales focused, then you got to do this, and then it's going to make you more money. It's like if you're more sales focused, you're going to do more deals
now.
Yes, like it is. Boom, now. Double closing. If you change your business model today, Andrew Short, if you change your business model today and started offering double closing, like you're going to make more money tomorrow. You're going to do more deals tomorrow. What else do we have on there, Dan?
Dude, that's about just making more per lead.
Subdividing. You might have 3 leads in your pipeline, 3 things that you're selling right now in your pipeline that you could subdivide. You're going to make more money on those deals. Like all of it's very direct.
Yeah, but think of Andrew doing, let's just say, 100,000 texts, whatever you said he's doing a month, and he starts doing. It's what you're doing is you're going to make more per lead. So essentially, you'll be able to make the same revenue. You'll be able to scale.
It's not a first option.
Yeah, you'll scale. Yeah, exactly. You'll be able to scale your marketing down to free up some of your operations, right? So you could do the same revenue and scale down because you're going to be making more per lead because you're saving more leads instead of putting them in the bin. You're saving more leads. You're going to get more money per lead. So your cost of what do you call that? Your return on your lead's going to be higher. So you can either scale your systems down and do less marketing and be just a more efficient business with the same revenue, or you stay there and you just do more.
Yep. Let us know, guys, what we missed in the comments. There's probably a lot of stuff. And that's what you got to think of. Like, okay, and when we're thinking about things in our businesses, like what are the things that are affecting like money directly? Like what are affecting that in terms of like direct things? Like you can look at like, and there's next tier of things for sure that we could talk about. Knowing data, knowing your numbers, knowing all this stuff, disposition.
Very important stuff.
There's next tier stuff, but these 5 things are so directly correlated with the amount of money you put in your pocket, the amount of money you make in this business. If you guys like this episode, leave us a comment. Like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, anything like that, anything we missed, let us know in the comments below. Dan, I think this new studio is going to work out just well, right?
Yep. Appreciate everyone joining, guys.
Love it, guys. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for joining.